a moral principle without ever intentionally violating it?
Yes, because we have a conscience. Our conscience guides us, and we follow the teachings. Faith and religion plays a big part in liberty, and that's why we cannot divorce the two. Jesus was a true libertarian. He taught people how to live at peace. He told people, he didn't condemn sinners, he told them go and sin no more, because you can't do nothing about your past.
Okay, so should human beings follow their moral principles without ever intentionally violating them?
Yes, yes, to thine own self be true.
Okay, so could you mention one of your moral principles?
Well, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We always want to make sure that we love our neighbor as ourself, and that means don't impose laws, onerous taxes, and regulations that you would not want to live under yourself. And that happens sometimes by tyrannical governments and legislators who pass laws that they wouldn't want done to them if they were in the predicament.
Well, let's talk about those two principles. They're very popular and used a lot. Do you follow the principle of love thy neighbor as thyself without ever intentionally violating it?
I try to. I'm a sinner just like everyone else. We're all tempted to go astray, and people do. And then they're sorry. There's a lot of people incarcerated that wish they could get a do-over and make other choices. But
so you try to follow the principles, but you don't always follow it. Sometimes you violate it.
Not intentionally. But
well, when you violate, you don't know what you're doing. Is that it?
Yes, I know what I'm doing. I know when I'm.
So why isn't that an intentional violation if you know what you're doing?
Well, there's willful sin and then there's ignorant sin. If I'm sinning willfully, that means I know I'm defrauding you. If I sell you a product and I tell you it's one thing and it's another, that's willful, fraudulent intent. Now, if I sell you something and I'm not aware of that the engine's going to blow up next week, and I sell you a car, and I just sell it to you as is, where is, and it's your baby once the transaction has happened, and you go down the road and the transmission goes out, then my conscience is clear that I wasn't aware of what was wrong. But if I sell you a defective product intentionally, then I'm violating conscience.
Here's my question. Do you ever take actions that when you take the action, you know it's a violation of love thy neighbor as thyself, but you take the action anyway?
Have I ever done that?
Yes.
I think we all have.
Okay, so you have and everybody else has. So previously you had said that a human being can follow a moral principle without ever intentionally violating it. And so why don't you just follow the principle?
I do try to follow the principle.
You try, but you're not actually achieved it. Sometimes you say that you violate it, even though you know it's a violation, you take the action anyway.
I didn't say I would do that. I would never, I would not violate it. I guess you should ask yourself the same question that you're asking me.
I would like to hear some of your questions to me in a moment, but right here at the moment, you seem to have a contradiction, because in the beginning you said human beings can follow a moral principle without ever intentionally violating. We can. You can. You're capable of following this principle without ever intentionally violating it, right? But yet you do violate it.
Well,
why? I don't understand. Why do you violate it?
Yeah. I don't. Well, why does anyone violate it?
Well, I think that principle people violate because it's impossible to follow. I mean, do you love all these people as much as yourself?
I should, but that doesn't mean I treat everybody equal, because we're not equal. We're all different.
Right, so you do not love your neighbor as thyself. Some people you love more than others, people are strangers. You might respect them, but you don't love them.
I might give. I just paid my son's college loan off for $2,500. I don't think I'd pay this lady here's college loan off. She's not my daughter.
That's my point.
Well,
you don't love everybody equally, and some
no,
people, in fact, you don't
no.
love at all.
Well, of course not. There's people we prefer not to be around. I don't prefer to be around police or IRS agents. They really, when they tell me, they come to my door and they say, we're here to help you and we're from the government, I know they're lying because they're not here to help.
Okay,
They're
Bob.
here to steal and take and covet.
Bob, I appreciate the fact that you've shared your views with us, and I share all of these values that you've mentioned tangentially about property rights and not scamming people and respecting other people's rights. And it's good that we can find common ground on those shared values.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace. Shalom. Amen.